What was supposed to be a sweet, playful moment at a Coldplay concert has turned into what some are calling the kiss cam catastrophe of the decade, and the fallout might just ruin a billion-dollar tech career. On Wednesday night, Coldplay's tour rolled into Gillette Stadium in Boston, and as usual, frontman Chris Martin kept things lively with the band's signature kiss cam segment. It's a fun tradition, innocent, lighthearted, always good for a laugh. But this time it didn't go as planned. In fact, it spiraled into a full-blown scandal. As the camera scanned the crowd, it landed on a couple sitting close, clearly enjoying the music. Andy Byron, the married CEO of software firm Astronomer, valued at over $1 billion, and Kristen Cabot, the company's chief people officer. The two looked cozy, too cozy. Byron had his arm wrapped around Cabot. She leaned in, smiling. It all seemed affectionate until they realized they were live on the stadium jumbotron. That's when panic hit. Byron immediately let go, ducking behind a barrier like a teenager caught by his parents. Cabot buried her face in her hands, visibly shaken. The whole thing might have ended there, if not for Chris Martin twisting the knife with the perfect dose of sarcasm. Oh, what? Either they're having an affair, or they're just very shy. Cue 65,000 people laughing, gasping, and reaching for their phones. Within hours, the footage was everywhere. X, formerly Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, millions of views, millions of judgments. And no public statement from either Byron or Cabot. But social media doesn't wait for official comments. Reactions flooded in. What happens in the dark will come to light. They tried to hide and ended up exposing themselves. Imagine if his wife and her husband are Coldplay fans. And speaking of family, people started tagging Andy Byron's wife, Megan Kerrigan Byron, urging her to check social media now. Public sympathy quickly shifted in her direction. So who exactly are these two at the center of the chaos? Andy Byron took the reins at Astronomer as CEO in 2023, after a series of senior roles in cybersecurity and software. The company specializes in data orchestration tools, tech stuff that typically stays far away from the tabloids. Kristen Cabot, meanwhile, joined Astronomer just 9 months ago. She's the firm's chief people officer, a title that suddenly feels painfully ironic. Together, they were supposed to represent trust, leadership, and professionalism at one of tech's most admired firms. Now, they're the faces of what the internet has dubbed the Coldplay cheater cam. The most brutal part? Their reactions. If they had just smiled and waved, it might have ended as a funny, awkward moment. But ducking, hiding, that screamed guilt. And the internet took that and ran with it. One viral post joked, "Another's arms hits differently now," referencing Coldplay's 2014 track, rumored to be about infidelity. Others compared the situation to the Infamo,